Okay, as I was saying before, I so rudely interrupted. What you missed was the essential component of how the whole structure is based on a very simple framework and symbol. The two pillars, the twin towers, the two pillars of the line of the king and the line of the priest, controlling law and land, and how the whole thing is structured behind the or in front of the puppet master, whose name is Anu, who we will find in many places hidden behind all of the constructs of religion and banking and so forth. For example, how in Egyptian, which was all set up and structured in Egypt and on the way through Sumer, Babylon, and so forth, and how in Egypt there was this concept of the Ba, B-A, which was the soul incorporating the body, and that if under the rules or the rituals and rites of the passage of the dead, what they wanted to do is take the Ba and merge it with the Ka, which was your higher spiritual body. This concept of separation created in the mind, that we're separate, that we have to do all of this stuff to get to this stuff, which you can see in religion today. Do all the rites and rituals of the priest, the temple of justice, the temple of the bank, the temple of money. And if you follow the rules, your reward will be in heaven. You will get to take your Ba and merge it with the Ka. But always in between is the toll keeper, or the toll taker, symbolized by the goddess Juno Moneta, M-O-N-E-T-A, which is where we get the word monetary, or money, who had a toll booth on the bridge to get into Rome, and you had to pay the toll. And there's always a toll. You have to pay the taxman. You have to pay Anu. So between the Ba and the Ka comes Anu. That's where we get the word bank, Ba An Ka. Okay? So the bank is there as the toll taker, the taxman, the representatives of our externally projected life force into this system called money, which is the literal god of this physical realm, universal. What does everybody need to sustain life? Money, the god of money. And some got it, and a lot don't, And now, in the end game, a lot more are getting less and less as they contract the monetized debt system. And as I was talking about this morning, all the bonding, the surety, the commercial paper, and all the rest of it. So, what is money? Currency. What is currency? It's the flow. It's flow of electricity. We talked about how our masculine electrical principle has been truncated by the symbolic and energetic dismembering of the root chakra, the castration. And the rest of the detail, you're going to have to see the reruns or pick it up. That's a very brief summary so you understand when I start talking about what you just mentioned, currency and banks. So what do we call the two sides of the river? The river bank. What flows through the river? The current, or the currency, But what is a real river? A real river is the river of life. I mean, water is sort of the universal basis of life. And to me, it's almost equivalent to magic to think that you can take one molecule of one gas and two molecules of another gas and put them together and we have water. That universal...
It is magical.
I mean, did you ever think of that? They're two gases. So how did they turn into water? It's a whole other subject. I'm not an expert in it, but I've looked at with the same, sort of filter, or looking at with the decoder ring, things like the periodic chart and how it's set up in octaves, and how the whole relationship of the proton, the neutron, the electron, how, we were just talking with Paul, his work with electricity, how magnetism is structured around electricity. We talked about the electromagnetic field, and how, we can peel electrons off of atomic orbital shells of electrons and create this flow or this current of electrical in an electrical nature and create energy. So we will come back to that later in an esoteric way, and then we will finish the day with probably a couple hours talking about what's really going on in these end times. Yeah? Got a problem?